and joins us with the latest on cameras. Jatera.
Yeah, guys, I can tell you a lot has changed here. So the numbers of departments in Hamilton County without any cameras, body cams or dash cams, went down since 2020 from 24% to 18% of departments. Those 8 departments on that list: Harrison, Springfield Township, Elmwood Place, Cheviot, Mount St. Joseph University, Indian Hill, Deer Park, and Laughlin. But I can tell you there are more departments that made big moves in the last 24 months.
It's been a long time coming.
Inside the Newtown Police Department, a change perhaps long overdue.
It starts a conversation, both in-house and out in the public.
New this fall, this step before every police interaction.
All you have to do is reach down in front and double tap it. So right there, the camera's activated.
Axon body cameras are now a permanent part of the Newtown Police uniform. We took a ride with Police Sergeant Jim Vance, a veteran on the department.
4 William 81 traffic stop.
His camera captures everything he sees outside his cruiser and every second of traffic stops like this one. The video can be quickly reviewed if there's a critical incident or allegation of wrongdoing.
I can just go back and do this and then hit play.
I think it really does help tell the story.
Police Chief Tom Synan says his department could never afford body cameras, and honestly, he wasn't sure if they were worth the investment. His officers changed his mind.
They were asking if they could buy their own cameras and carry them themselves. They wanted them that bad.
Synan applied for the governor's first round of body camera grant funding late 2021 and was awarded more than $30,000.
The grant covered just about everything except for about $1,000, which council ended up picking up that. And then council agreed to make sure that the program continued for the next 5 years at least.
In the summer of 2020, WLWT surveyed every department that polices in Hamilton County. 40% of departments had body cameras. Flash forward 2 years, 66% of the 44 departments now have body cameras, a 26% increase. Departments like Blue Ash, Fairfax, Gulf Manor, Madeira, and Wyoming all making the switch. Forest Park outfitted their officers in September. Milford police are rolling them out this week. Reading officers are being trained to use the cameras right now.
If we would not have got that grant, there's no way we would have gotten cameras.
Departments like Forest Park, Reading, and Madeira were also awarded state dollars to buy body cams. North College Hill and UC Police were awarded money from the same grant, but for upgrades. The state funding is intended to support the creation of an agency BWC program or to expand, update an agency's existing BWC program. But the departments have to sustain the programs on their own, paying for things like data storage, maintenance, and even additional staff to redact footage. Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers in Hamilton County have their body cams now, fulfilling a promise by Governor Mike DeWine and Attorney General Dave Yost in June 2020. We gave you exclusive looks at the testing process in Columbus and sat down with the Attorney General, who acknowledged change would take time.
We're not going to flip a switch and one day wake up and everybody's going to have a camera. There will be some places that don't want to do it. There are going to be some places that it takes a while.
In 2020, 22% of the county's police departments had both body cameras and cruiser dashboard cameras. Now, 41% have both.
Being transparent actually helps to build trust.
Raquel Howard-Smith, executive director of the Center for Social Justice at the Urban League. The center launched in 2020 and worked to gather information about Hamilton County Police Departments and make that information easily accessible. The topics include use of force policies, training, and, you guessed it, body cameras.
We all live, work, and play in different municipalities, and that's part of the reason why at the Center for Social Justice, we're pushing departments and really trying to collaborate with them to help them secure body cams.
She calls them an ultimate measure of transparency and accountability. Many small departments without them say cost is the issue. Others say cruiser cameras are good enough. And some say they just don't think they're needed in their community.
Our philosophy here, and we hope that the chiefs are on board too, is that you want to be proactive and not reactive.
A growing number of local departments getting on board.
It makes us a professional department. It keeps us on par with some of the standards are across the country.
So I can tell you at least 2 departments that don't have body cameras right now tell me they've already applied for the next round of state funding and are waiting to hear back. Loveland Police, which covers several counties, including a small part of Hamilton County, also receives state grant dollars, but they haven't implemented them just yet. The chief tells me the hope is to have the cameras fully functional in January. Jatera McGee, WLWT News 5.